And welcome back. So when we left off, we grabbed a whole lot of minerals over here. We're still working on building those up. They are taking a moment. We've got some really good technology on the way. Our fleet is pretty steadily growing. And we've settled our fourth planet. It's still very much under development, but we are making progress on it. Ooh, yeah, that's actually going to be a really good tile to clear first. To the point where I mean, there's not really much sense in demolishing that now. I mean, the minerals are already spent, and I don't think you get a refund. But getting this, as I mentioned last episode, getting the monthly influence technologies are huge. Those are kind of gatekeepers to all of the higher level structures, and so you want to get those as early as you really can. Alright, so he's finally done, which means we got 2 under construction. Yeah, he's still a little bit out. This science ship, the scientist is level 5, so I'm going to go ahead and send him over to deal with the anomaly event, or the special project for the precursors. High value mining targets. I don't really care. I think I found the high value mining target. Alright, so the fleet I'll send up here first to deal with these mining drones, and then down here. I should pretty thoroughly run over those mining drones. Clear that tile, clear this tile, and clear that tile. And I have lost a Corvette. That's not that big of a deal. You can see here, I racked up the damage much more quickly than they did. I did 3861 to his 783. The mining drones will actually give a... Wait, no, what am I doing? Go there and kill that. Destroying their mining station is pretty important. Alright. So, I lost 1 Corvette in that, so I'll rebuild some Corvettes. This guy, so now I'm actually going to tell him to survey the system and then research projects. Because I'm holding Control Shift, it'll actually do the projects first, because it ended up adding that to the top of the list. You have to think backwards to use that effectively, but it only takes once or twice of really going through the exercise. Alright, Eurasian project covered, got some research logs, gave me a bunch of engineering, get him to build in the massive system there. Let's see, and this is why I like having the hotkeys set up. I can cycle through my planets like this, and it's basically no effort to go through and check all of my planets real quick. So now he's scanning the debris first. The debris is timed, the surveying the system is not timed. So generally speaking, I like to get the debris out of the way first. He could probably survey the system and then get the debris without losing anything. You get a few years. It's like 5 years to survey the debris. But I want the bits of technology that it's going to give me. And well underway on these tile blockers. Generally speaking, I try to clear tile blockers as soon as I really can. Alright, so yeah, I'm not getting much of anything. Though that was the mining station. The mining station isn't nearly as bountiful as the fleet. Once the month ticks over again, I'll be able to queue this last one up. Yeah, this was their fleet wreckage. That should give me the cutting laser, but I don't really need the cutting laser. It's kind of in a weird spot. It completely ignores armor, which would make the cutting laser good against large ships, but the only weapon slot where I would think that it would be useful is on the small slots, and its damage is so low that it doesn't seem that great to use. Although that said, the AI loves putting it on its ships, so I might just be underestimating it. Yep, both of those are going to be busy for a little while. This one's not ready yet. Those are coming along nicely. Yeah, see now, you can see they're both beneath me on the power ranking. Now that I have additional fleet and fleet capacity. I want to get the tile blockers handled. Yeah, this one, the mountains are blocking a lot of good tiles. It's expanding quite a bit though. And I'd like to know what kind of options I have. Yeah, see, Common Wealth of Man isn't even interested in going to war with that guy. Sometimes you can bribe the AI into a war on your side by giving them a planet, but that's only if the AI actually wants a planet. Sometimes they just don't. Like right now, the Commonwealth of Man just doesn't want anything from Seaven State. Okay, so I'm producing 14 food, which is still not quite enough. I'm gonna finish off this armor. I believe I mentioned it before, but I'm actually using a UI mod that scales all the windows up to match my resolution, which I think is fairly important, and I'd like to see them kind of integrate that sort of thing into the base game. As it is, because I'm on a 2K monitor, the windows don't occupy very much space. Like, the ship designer is one of the worst offenders. It would cut off somewhere around the science ship and be centered in the screen rather than actually taking up enough space to be able to see everything. I can build here. Get my construction ship moving on that. Alright, I'm done over in the system where the mining drones were, so I'm going to go kill the Void Cloud. This one will probably take out a couple of corvettes, but it'll be fine. Him, I'll send to work on that anomaly. I'm going to start cleaning up these anomalies as well. I've been sitting on them for too long. And my arch prophet died. So I no longer have the cheap ships, but this guy gets a building cost reduction. That one's not bad. And I do still have a fair number of buildings to get working on. And it should apply to this as well. Yeah, it's only 315 instead of 350. I do not have an admiral. Go me. Yeah, you can already see the Void Cloud is taking out ships a bit faster. Alright, so replace my missing ships. Take the science ship, and again, survey the system. Tell it to survey the system first, and then research projects while holding Control Shift. Make sure the research projects is on the top of the list. And here you can see the Void Cloud didn't have any armor. It just had shields and hull, which is pretty much an ideal target for kinetic weapons. Derelict cruiser, huh? Let's have him take care of that. I like using Control Shift, especially on my science ships. It allows me to keep them busy basically all the time. I just tell them to research or to assist research on planets, and then I Control Shift to issue orders elsewhere. Improved assist research is great, but I need to get the basic combat roles unlocked. The basic combat roles are an extra way of scaling your ships so that they get a little stronger a little sooner, and that matters a pretty big, or is a pretty great deal to me. The more ways I can scale my fleet, the better. And it's not like the AI is gonna hold off on this stuff just because I'm not doing it. And I should get the Cloud Lightning, I think, from salvaging this wreck. Yeah, Cloud Lightning. Cloud Lightning is the weapon that the Void Cloud was using. It is one of the 100% accuracy, 100% tracking weapons, meaning it always hits and it cannot be dodged. And unlike some of the other ones, the arc emitter is one that everybody will possibly have access to later on in the game. But the arc emitter only fits in an extra large slot, whereas the Cloud Lightning, I think, fits in every slot. Though I could be mistaken. Yep, Cloud Lightning conduits. Alright, so all of my buildings on my home planet are fully upgraded. Like I said, I'm holding off on this one to make it a Ministry of Benevolence. But I also need to get more food on the planet first. It's not producing enough. If I were to take him out, then the planet would starve. And that is not okay. Get those started. Right now here, I'm looking on food, not great. So this one's going to be a hydroponic farm, this one's going to be a mining network, and this one's going to be a power plant. Seems fair. And new engineering technology. It's time for some better guns. What engineering tech did I just get? Nanocomposite armor. And I've got the shields. So what I'm actually going to do is pause the game and update my Corvettes. I have a pretty specific naming scheme I like to use, where ships are more or less named for what they do. See, this isn't useful that much, but I would use 5 power and I have 12 sitting around. I think I'll take the extra deflector in that slot. You see, this is what I mean by armor not being that great. So I could have 8% armor mitigation, or I can have an extra 40 shields. And I think in general on smaller ships, an extra 6% armor mitigation versus an extra 40 shields, I think goes in favor of the shields almost every time. You can see I've also got new thrusters, which means it's time to update all of my stock blueprints as well. Put that on auto upgrade. When ships are upgrading, they'll prefer to upgrade to a ship of the same name, basically, within the class. But if there's only one, they'll move to the new one. So what I'm doing right now is replacing all of the default designs with custom named ones because I don't know, that's just something I do. It's not like the AI is going to behave any different. And these are transports. I forgot to put that on auto upgrade. And so the transports, they kind of actually do need some defenses, so I'm just going to autocomplete and it'll fill in with whatever it wants. And you see the transports get a much better return on armor. So, and I forgot to rename it. Save there. And I don't have any transports even in service right now, but when I do get some, they'll handle that. This ship, control shift click again and it will upgrade the ship and then go back to assisting research. And I need quite a bit to upgrade my fleet, but I'm sitting on quite a bit, so it works out. And so now that's every ship I've got upgrading except for this science ship who's currently out there being busy. Which is alright. And this is going to be a power plant. This is going to be a power plant. This is going... I need the main building to upgrade first. Now you can see I have an enormous abundance of energy. Have him upgrade. And you can see the cost of my Corvettes has gone way up. I think it was 63 before and it's 113 now. But my fleet power also shot way up because each one of the Corvettes is substantially better than it used to be. I think I'm also going to have this. And I'm going to send him to survey that system. Building on every tile is good. I think I just got the mountain tile blocker. Yep. I'm actually going to get this naval capacity upgrade. A lot of really good upgrades for your spaceports are hidden behind the naval capacity upgrades, much like your ground tiles are hidden behind the influence and government type upgrades for society. And a little extra naval capacity isn't going to hurt me. My economy is very much booming. Let's see. Yeah, you shouldn't be too far from finishing this up. Okay. Gave me some extra minerals. And that one is Hinata. When you click on an anomaly, it'll present you the option of selecting a scientist. When you select a scientist through that, you will actually be able to, or it adds it to the front of the queue, much like Control-Shift orders do. So you don't have to worry about them losing track of what they were doing because you told them to go research a project. They'll just return to whatever it was they were working on. And soon I'll be upgrading this. And then this will be a real planet. You can go through the industrialization. And now you can kind of see the limiter for my development speed is no longer my economy, it's my population growth. And that's one of the reasons I picked rapid breeders, and it works out really well with spiritualist as well. I'm getting a total of 15% discount to costs. Oh man. An extra 6 society research from that anomaly? I'll take it. I'm about that life. So now, what's going to be the next dead thing? I'm going to go destroy those. And I'm actually, on my homeworld, I'm going to scrap this guy, but I'm going to start building ground forces. I like to have 10 armies available, because that's, it used to limit you to 10 armies, but 10 is still a pretty solid amount. And I'm expecting war to happen before too much longer. I can't see this staying too peaceful for too long. It's just a matter of who do I fight and where, because the only one I can fight really right now is the Seban state. The Commonwealth of Man has actually gotten quite a few colonies. Alright, somebody already killed those mining drones. And those ones. So I'll have them return home. Have my science ships go out and survey the systems. Excellent. Basic combat rules. This is one of the most important technologies in the game too. The extra research alternatives gives you more options when you're going to pick a research. Normally it tries to give you 3. If you build your empire around it, you can actually get up to 6, but everyone can get to 4. And getting that 4th option is massive. It helps you not only have more choices to select from, but it will also kind of help you focus on getting certain technologies. And being able to quickly grab specific technologies should not be underestimated. What are we doing on food here? Yeah, this is going to have to be food for now. Not that. There we go. It's going to suppress the 2 minerals, but I'm doing good on minerals, and I can always replace that later once I get better hydroponic farms. Upgrading your hydroponic farms is also really important. The amount of food a planet can consume will come to a cap. This planet will never consume more than 18 food. So no matter what I do, I will never need more than 18. So the more food I can produce per tile, the fewer people I need producing food on the planet, which means I can devote more tiles to research or industry. And being able to start replacing farms with more useful structures is a pretty big deal to me. Yeah, this is the energy siphon. This is the space cow weapon. You'll notice the average damage is just so low, and it's really good against shields, but you end up fighting hull a lot. Even if they don't have armor, it's just not a great weapon, I don't think. Mining base. Yeah. Get the upgraded HQ building and get destroyers. Yeah, I'll build up to the 40 cap with my corvettes. Alright, so now this guy, I want him to go do that mining base. I think... Okay, it only needs skill 3, so I could have had the other guy handle it, but that's fine. The assist research is nice, but it's not exactly... I use it more to accumulate XP and keep my scientists busy than because it provides a ton of research, especially this early. Like, this planet is only producing 18 total, so increasing that by 15% is only like, what, 1 or 2 more? It's not that powerful yet. Later on when the planet's producing like 30 and you're giving a bonus of 30 or I think it'll get up to a 45% bonus when it's all said and done, then it's huge. But like most things, it starts off slow and ramps up. Let's see, what are we doing here? Nothing really going on. Yeah, we're just waiting for population to grow there. Here we got a new guy. Three more armies building. The important part about armies and invading planets is that it prevents the enemy from being able to use those planets. Every game of Stellaris is generally one big fight, or every war is generally one big fight, and then a battle of attrition as you try to occupy their empire, and they try to basically snipe your transports. And so it becomes a logistical game after the first big fight, and prior to that it's all about staging and posturing for that fight. If you're fighting a significantly weaker empire, you can just roll in, and it doesn't really matter. There's not a whole lot of strategy needed. But your first wars are generally not against significantly weaker empires. Yeah, see, he's wary now because I've gained a lot of power and he doesn't like it. Yeah, see, he hasn't even closed his borders to me. He doesn't like me, but I'm far enough away that he doesn't care. But I'm going to slow it down, and I'm going to insert a break at the top of the year. And there we have it. So, I hope you enjoyed, and hope you come back to watch further episodes. Have a good one.